road rager thinks he's above the law. Let's see what they talking about.
Truck behind me. He came close like he was going to hit me. So next thing I know, he took his fist, well, I think it was an open hand, and he went like that right into my chest, and I fell ass over head in the road.
On March 1st, 2025, a calm afternoon turned violent when a routine drive spiraled into a road rage attack.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah.
What all happened?
Well, we started out, I was in the mall, I was leaving Publix, and you know how they have them stop signs?
Yep.
Well, he was in a blue truck behind me, and I stopped, and he just threw there. So, and there's two white arrows, you can either way. And then when you come up to Ichabod, you could go straight around the bin or whatever.
Okay.
And before that, there was a white car in front of his truck, and they were making a right as if to go to PetSmart or something. So I went up to the stop sign. I went left, and he came, I don't know, he came close like he was going to hit me. That looked like it right there almost. That's the color of it. We were coming down Radio Road. He kept like right on my tail, and then he just stepped on it and went around and passed me. And I'm like, this fool almost hit me, because when he got in front, he brake checked it like. So he turned down here, and I shouldn't have, but I came down over here, and he slammed his brake on and went over there, and I stopped where I am. And he jumped out of the car, and he goes, "What's your problem?" I said, "We both had the white arrow, but I tried telling him the white car was there. You slowed up, so I went up to the stop sign and I went about my business. But you driving erratic and everything." So next thing I know, he took his fist, well, I think it was an open hand, and he went like that right into my chest, and I fell ass over head in the road. And she says, I went out to the yellow line, and
I was coming, and I saw them coming through from Radio Road.
First of all, you lady not as innocent as you trying to make it seem. All right, the other truck might have been the aggressor. I get it. He might have been. But what are you doing pulling up? First of all, you a woman. Say what? You pulled over to confront this dude to think what? Was you going to try to fight him? Obviously not, because you said he pushed you over and you failed. So it sounds like you should have stayed in the car. What are you getting out the car for anyway? What are you going to do? People are crazy. Getting pushed probably could have been the best results, because it could have got worse. Who are you, lady, to jump out on a man? Like, what?
I saw erratic driving is what I saw. Blue vehicle erratically driving. And I saw when they stopped and he got out the car and she came out the car to talk to him. I was down probably by the first part of Threadway when I'm seeing this. And when I came up, if I didn't stop, I would have hit her. He shoved her and she bounced all the way back to the middle of the road. So I turned around and I got the license plate number. As he dove off, I saw it through my rear mirror, and I turned my head and I memorized it and wrote it down.
and she saw it too.
Y'all were both pointing down this way, and I thought, well, that's neighbors arguing. And then so I slowed down, and then next thing you know, he had his hands on her, and she was almost to the yellow part of that line right there. I was like, I didn't know if he cracked her head open or not.
What does he look like?
He's an older man. He had white hair, white beard.
Like a Santa Claus.
Okay.
Not fat, but
But he
kind of
was-
heavy.
he was
kind of
husky.
built. Yes,
Yeah,
husky.
Yeah. The car is like that cobalt. The truck is like that cobalt kind of blue.
Yeah,
Not
right.
dark blue, but that cobalt kind of blue.
Yeah.
But this was the license plate.
They got it
GX
down
09.
in dispatch.
Yeah.
Why did you feel the need to step outside?
Because he got
Exactly.
out of the car, and I wanted to tell him that he was in the wrong, because I had an arrow. Both arrows were going straight. The car in front of him had his right turn signal.
Sometimes it's just not worth it to try to get your point across. Like, even though he got out of the car, you didn't have to get out of the car, and you felt like you needed to tell him whatever was right and wrong. Sometimes you don't got to do that. Just let it go. You should have just pulled off. Honestly, he out the car, pull off. Drive to the nearest police station.
on. So he slowed up. I went to the stop sign, stopped, and then I made my left to come out, and he just came right up on the ass of my car. Then when we got up here, he passed me.
Yeah, he passed you.
Driving like a...
And then where did he stop at?
Right over there.
Right there.
Right, just well, not...
In the
I guess
turn
what...
lane?
I don't think so. I think he was in the grass, wasn't he?
Here. He stopped over here. She
Yeah.
was farther behind him. That's what I saw.
I was in the right, I feel, because...
He probably did about 60 or 70.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah, he tore.
They said that's a school right there.
Yeah. It's Saturday, but yeah, I get it.
Girl, you got some good witnesses on your side.
And I couldn't believe how he took off like that.
Yeah. Do you want to press charges?
No, I guess not, but they should find him and tell him that he's crazy.
She hit her head on the pavement, and
You
I
wanna
saw she
see
bounced.
No, I
No.
think I'm okay. My chest is sore where he shoved me. I mean, he shoved me hard.
It don't matter. You just say you don't want to press charges. Like, y'all doing all of this for what? For what? You just want the officer to just go talk to him and tell him, hey, next time don't touch a lady. Because you don't want to go forward with this. Like, what is the point? What's the point? I'm telling you, you ain't so innocent. You're not so innocent. And this lady right here bringing up all type of other issues. This is the school zone. This is school. I got a 5-year-old. He's driving to... Girl, this is probably a Sunday. Ain't no school going on.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was in the grass, that's how far I went.
Okay, so
But
do you want to press charges or?
Say yes.
I can't just arrest. based
right.
off-
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, so it's all,
I
that's
would
what I'm
never
saying, it's
find
all in
him,
your
though.
hands.
No, I guess I'll let it go. Calm down. I got my mother in the car.
See, waste
She's
of time.
89. She's a mess.
Yeah, you sure you don't want
You a
EMS or
mess.
anything?
No, I'm okay. Just sore. That's
Yeah.
all. Just sore.
How old are you? Yeah.
68.
If he's coming
Sure,
through
yeah.
here like that, can y'all find him? If she's not pressing charges, at least talk to him. He could have hurt somebody.
What is talking to him gonna do? It's a grown man. Y'all don't want nothing to happen to this guy. Y'all just want the police to go say, hey, you know you in the wrong. Now go about your day. That's a grown man. He know when he right and wrong. You want something to happen. Did nothing even happen to you. And you want more bad things to happen to the man than she do. This is just weird.
You sure you don't want to press charges?
Because, I mean,
And the officer
driving
keep
erratically
asking.
through this
If
neighborhood.
you don't, it's fine, but I'm just...
With his license plate number, you should be able to find him or at least find the owner.
What do you got to go to court and everything? Would I be able to have witnesses with me? I mean, that would
Nah, she
be more.
trying to take them with her.
Okay.
But yes, it would involve going to court.
I guess I should.
I think you should.
The way he was.
My concern would be more for the fact that, heaven forbid, you were really seriously injured.
Yeah.
You would have been left on the ground. And you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I feel that if you're wrong, you should be held accountable.
All right.
Okay. You want to write a statement?
No.
Will you write a statement?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll be right back. This one, everything I highlighted will be what you need to fill out.
Okay.
The other thing, okay. Same thing. Okay. Thank you very much.
I just wrote over.
Yeah, no problem.
Real slow.
That's crazy. All y'all
That's just to
cooperate
protect your
together.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's your ID.
And then mail it out.
Strangers unite.
Because I didn't.
Okay. You have yours now?
Yeah, mine's vaguely written because I didn't
Cooperate.
hear nothing or anything like that, but I knew it was heated, so I slowed down.
That was my biggest turn. When I didn't see you hit the head, that's when I looked in my rearview mirror and I turned
How
my
I hit
head.
my knee.
And I,
Right here.
because you went like this. When he pushed you, you went like this, and then you went back. You bounced
well,
back.
see, it happens
It happened
like
so
that. I go-
quickly, yeah.
Can you take a photo of your knees? Did you hit anywhere else?
This is where he pushed me up here. This is red.
You just kind of pull it down.
Right in here is where he pushed me.
Alright, and then anything on the back of your head?
Your back hurt at all?
No.
So you want to kind of maybe rub your head, make sure you don't have anything.
No.
It's like everybody trying to give her the blueprint. Everybody's trying to help her to like make this situation go better for her. Lady, say your back hurt. Say your back hurt. Say you probably got bruises on your back. Say you hit your head. Make the situation worse, but you're not. You really don't want to go through with this because I'm telling you, you was probably mad and you was saying some stuff and you probably was in the wrong. You might have been in the right. Who knows? I'm not trying to blame you, but what I am trying to say is, dang, lady, Add a little gas to the situation. Make it seem worse than what it is. So this police will feel like, okay, this guy's dangerous. Let me go find him. But nah, you playing it too cool.
Okay. I am going to give you a victim rights pamphlet, pretty much with the case number and all the other stuff. I'm going to go to his house and go from there.
Okay.
Okay?
You're done with us then, officer,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. I'm glad you're okay. It could have been worse.
Well, thank you, ladies. I
Okay,
appreciate your
thanks.
help.
Thank you.
Take care, dear.
And here's your case number. Try to have a relaxing evening.
All right.
If
Thank
you end
you,
up,
sir.
obviously, needing medical attention, please go.
Okay. Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
you're welcome.
Have a good one.
Take care.
To be honest, she should have just laid in the street. I would have laid in the street till somebody came by, and I'd be like, call the ambulance. Take me to the ambulance. I'm going to get some type of money out of this.
Deputy Evans of Lake County. What happened?
You want to hear my side?
Yeah.
Come on. This lady is freaking nuts, buddy.
Okay.
We are, and by the way, I never pushed her down. She grabbed my door, tried to rip it open, and I knocked her hand off. We're coming through the mall parking lot right before we get to Ichabod's, and there's a car turning right. So I slow down, and you know that turns into a single lane right there when you turn into Ichabod's.
Okay.
She went between me and a car like right there that was going to turn into Ichabod's and almost hit both of us. So when she got to the stop sign right in front of me, which is
So I
From
get
here
it.
to that
I get
tree.
there's all the road rage part of it. I understand all that. What happened when you guys got on Treadway?
I turned, she wasn't this far off my bumper, so I brake checked her twice not to hit, just make her back off. This lady was, a cuss word never came out of my mouth. I never flipped her off, never nothing. I looked over and stopped the truck, and I'm like, what is your, before I could even say, what's your problem, she's running up to my truck. And I'm like, what is your problem? I said, you cut me off. And I just blew the horn at you. That's all I did. Oh, you did this. You did that. I'm sick. I'm like, what's the matter is you're upset because I called you out.
Okay.
I called you out on it, and now you're embarrassed about it.
Well, how'd you call her out?
For what she did.
Okay.
Embarrassing herself.
Okay.
Because so when she got in front of me, I was blowing the horn. She wouldn't go. Just sat there, and I'm blowing the horn. And then we get out there, and we go out on Radio Road, and then she's going, and I'm going. Then we get to the red light. She rolls her window down, starts flipping me out, cussing me, and I'm like, and I'm waving just like this. That's all I'm doing.
I don't know if I believe this dude or not. It sounds believable. Her side sounded believable too. I don't know who in the right and who in the wrong. But what I do know is I told y'all that woman is not as innocent as she seemed to be. I can see that. Now, did he push her in the middle of the street? What did she pull over for? If he's saying that he pulled over first, she had no reason to pull over behind him. And if she pulled over behind him, it only makes sense she hopped out first. It only makes sense. That shows me that she the aggressor if she pulled over and hopped out.
So we go down Treadway, and then she starts slowing down, stopped in the middle of the road. So I drove around her, got up here to the stop sign, turned around. She almost ran into my truck when I made the turn. So the little subdivision right there, I pulled over. She comes running up to my truck.
Were you in your truck at the time?
I was in the process of getting out.
Okay.
And then she comes running up to my truck, and I'm like, I got about right here.
Yeah, you can imitate it if you want. Kind of help me put in. So you got out of your
So you out of your
I
truck.
got out.
Okay.
I'm like, what is your problem? She ran up and got right in my face, started, you doing this, you doing that. I'm like, that's exactly what I did. Constantly, right on my ass. I go like this. Never said a word. I get in here, get right here. She grabs my door and rips it open. I grab it again. She tries to close it, and I went to get off my truck. That's when she fell. I closed my door and drove off. Trying to get in my damn truck. I'm telling you, the lady lost her mind.
Yeah.
She didn't hurt herself. She tripped over her own 2 feet. I would never, ever.
Nah, we don't know that, bro.
Technically speaking, from what her side of it, she's a victim.
Of course.
And there's intent to prosecute.
Of course.
When it's over 65 and it's a felony.
I'm 65.
Yeah, but she's over 65 too.
She tried to
But
get in my truck.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't mind writing a statement.
God damn. When you want to come pick it up, tomorrow?
No, it needs to be done.
Let's go. Come on. I'll even sit in the car and do it.
You don't need to put in where she was tailing me and all this other crap. Just say,
I'll put in what happened right here.
That's it.
Turn right on Radio Road, pulled off, go to the side of the road, see what her problem was. She runs up to me.
See, what Buddy don't know is it's also 2 other witnesses that's already wrote their side of the story. I would be as detailed as I could. I would start from the beginning. I don't care. Because unless they go back and look at footage, they not going to know who right and who wrong. They not going to know. But it would make sense because the lady did say that they were in the grass and he pushed her and she flew by the yellow. So it makes sense that he was probably getting back in his truck. Oh nah. Well yeah, he probably got back in his truck. Does that make sense? If he was getting back in his truck by the grass, how could he push her in the street? Even if he was on this side. I don't know. I'm just doing my detective work now. I don't know. It don't make sense.
Screaming and yelling.
Okay. I'm gonna write it up. But you swear this is the truth?
You know,
best
man.
of your knowledge?
Dude, it's...
Okay, cool.
Come on, man.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. All right,
Ain't
sir.
nothing. I appreciate it, buddy.
All right,
Thanks for being
sir.
so friendly.
Yeah, no problem. Take care, okay?
You're going to jail. They here for you, buddy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Is Ralph home?
Yes.
Can I see him, please?
Yes. 1 moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll put him in handcuffs first, and I'll explain it to him. But
Yeah.
he just straight up, he lied to my face. He said that he tried to shut the door 4 times or whatever. The guy across the street said no. He pushed her down in front of her car. Ralph, come on out here.
See?
All right, pretend his money back.
Well, can I change?
No.
No.
I'm going to change, man.
Yeah, sir.
No, Ralph. It's okay. I'll call the girl. I'll call the girl. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be okay.
You guys don't have to be jerks about this. You're
You're
being
being a jerk. We instructed you
I
to do
asked
something.
you to check your
No.
fucking name.
When we instruct you to do something, you don't do it. That's resisting arrest.
Ralph, just calm down.
We were going to be very calm with you, but
Stop pulling away.
Get my phone for me. This is a bunch of bullshit, man. You're listening to
I had an independent witness I just spoke to that witnessed the entire thing that knows nothing, or that I called them.
Bro,
I went to their house. You at no point tried to shut your door and she opened it.
the hell I didn't.
You ended up pushing her in front of her vehicle.
No, I wasn't nowhere near her vehicle.
Okay.
She was the aggressor to the whole thing. And you know that because she admitted it.
He is now faces charges of battery of a senior citizen, aggravated assault, disorderly conduct. If you want more cases like
Dang. That's crazy. So if 2 senior citizens fight, it's battery on a senior citizen? What about the other one? The other one's senior citizen. Should just be battery, right? It would make sense to me.